Hi, welcome to Sugar Free. This is the tarot for the weekend of Saturday the 11th and Sunday the 12th of September 2021. I have shuffled, so I'm going to cut. This is a major arcana reading. Okay. High Priestess in the reverse. Hierophant in the reverse. And the Hanged Man in the reverse. Okay, well, straight off the bat, what I'm seeing is, for some reason or another, a lack of inner awareness and a tumbling out of something and perhaps some hasty action. The High Priestess, card number 2 here, is our very proto sense of self in the world. Card number 2 after card number 1, the Magician, the sense of possibility in terms of action, following the Fool, the sense of pure being. So we have being, action, and then the burgeoning sense of self in the world. Very often linked to intuition and instinct. Here today in the reverse. Followed in this reading by essentially Hubsy, the Hierophant, the High Priest in the reverse. So this is the same sort of stuff as what is depicted in the High Priestess, except by the time we've got from card number 2 to card number 5, we've gone via the Empress and the Emperor sense of worldly presence and worldly authority, excuse me, into this realm of the politicization of the moral. That's what we have here. We have hierarchies of moral and spiritual power here in the reverse. So we've got the moral and the spiritual in the individual, excuse me, and the moral and the spiritual in the sense of how it fits in with the wider world here, both in the reverse. So, I don't know, maybe we just don't care. The Hanged Man is always a little bit confusing when he comes out in the reverse, because he actually looks like he's the right way up, like a punk with his hair standing on end. That's gravity for you. So, the Hanged Man is about the decision to take oneself out of something for whatever reason, in order to just have a breather, take some time and look at something from a different perspective. Look at whatever it is from a different perspective. And, you know, there's usually a good reason for that. It's often quite a good idea to do that if one can. But here, again, it's in the reverse. So there's a kind of an absence of consideration and an absence of examining things from all sorts of different angles, which, yeah, and kind of linked with this, I would say, disconnection, inner disconnection and disconnection of the self in terms of how we come across and how we present ourselves as a character, as a being in the world. It's all disconnected. I really am getting a sense of just not giving a flying F this weekend. We're just not bothered. It's like, listen, whatever you want to think, you just crack on. Sorry about that little break there, technical difficulty. So yeah, there's really a sense here of, look, this has been examined enough. I have plumbed the depths of my own intuition and instinct, and I have examined how my actions play out in the world around me, how what I have found in my intuition and instinct and what it says about me as a person plays out by my own choices, my own will and my own actions, my own karma in the world around me. That's here. And I'm just not looking at this anymore. I'm done going over and over and over this. And basically, perhaps even, I would say, taking responsibility where it is not appropriate to take responsibility, and taking upon oneself the burden of the upshot of this or that situation, where to do so is, as I say, not necessarily appropriate. Okay. And I'm getting a good feeling about this. I mean, usually when I see the High Priestess in the reverse, it's like, like blocked off or chopped off from one's own intuition. But I think with the Hangman in the reverse here, it's just like, look, enough. We have been over this. Enough. Let's get another one. Okay. Sun in reverse. So absence of commitment, absence of union, absence of actually kind of getting to a point of fulfillment with something. Okay, the world. Whatever it is that you're not getting to a point of fulfillment with, it's pretty big. And sometimes getting to the end of something, which the world represents, the final card in the Major Arcana cycle, sometimes getting to the end of something is not the same as finishing the job. Sometimes getting to the end of something is just saying, you know what? No. Bye. Sometimes that's what the end of something is. And it doesn't necessarily have all the satisfaction and the kind of celebratory spirit of, I've achieved my goal. No. Sometimes it's just like, no, I'm putting this down. I'm putting this down. No, I'm not signing that. I'm just going away. Bye. Okay. Whatever this is, it's done, but not in a kind of, oh, that's good, I have achieved my goal and my aim. No, it's done, but not like that. But it is definitely done. The world. It's only flipping card in the upright so far. Okay, and the Lovers. Right, the Lovers in reverse here. The Lovers, when it's in the upright, is about a paradigm shift. It's about stepping up from one kind of gear to the next because you're going faster. So you've got to change gear. And if you carry on at the speed into which you have changed that gear and you change down, the engine's going to conk out. So there's kind of no going back. I mean, obviously you can slow down and change down again, but there's no going back from this, from a paradigm shift. And once you've eaten that cake, you can no longer have it. But again, it's here in the reverse. This kind of, oh, either this or that. And if this, then that is no longer possible. I am wondering whether some sort of deal has been, of whatever sort, has been presented as something you need to respond to, that you need to take a decision on, and that it's on you to decide how this comes out. And this has come from some external entity or person. And you've put a lot of thought and a lot of consideration into it and taken on a lot of responsibility for the outcome. And I would say possibly even sole responsibility for the outcome. And whoever else is involved in this is sitting back with their arms folded, watching you struggle and saying, well, you know, if you can't decide, then, you know, we can't work out what happens next and blah, 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 blah. I get, it's not necessarily that a number has been done here, but I think you are taking on more responsibility for how something turns out than is necessary. And the cards are saying that this business is over. It's over. And all this consideration and racking your brains, racking your heart, consulting your gut, thinking, how is this going to wash in the wider world? What are people going to think? What am I going to think? Have I looked at this from every possible angle? Oh, goodness me, if I take this decision, if I do this, then this is going to happen. But if I do that, that's going to happen. Oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? It ain't all about you. It ain't all about you. And perhaps realising that this weekend, whatever this concerns, is the key to the world. And the end of something, ushering in the open road for the start of something. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.